Good afternoon, everyone. It's Nate G, and we are going to do a lesson on the sniper trade. And there's a number of ways to accomplish the sniper trade. Some with free charts, some with paid indicators. They all sort of do the same thing, so we'll just kind of cover the basics, and then I'll show you the different tools that we use for the sniper trades. So a sniper trade, there's two types of sniper trade. Okay, there's the 1.0 sniper trade. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this even clearer. I'm going to type it in. So the sniper 1.0 is a reversal trade. Okay, and then the sniper 2.0 is a continuation trade. All right, and we are playing zero DTE calls and puts, and it's usually on SPX or SPY. Okay, you can do this on QQQ, you can do this on IWM. Anything that has a zero DTE option, which means that they're today's options that are expiring today. As I say, how many times can I say today, right? And we're just buying calls or buying puts based on the direction that we're trying to get, okay? So the criteria for a sniper 1.0 trade, I'll do this in another one. So let's change the color here to this. A sniper 1.0 rules, right? We have to have, it has to be overbought or oversold, which means, you know, it's on an RSI indicator here, it's above 65 or below 25 on the RSI. Okay. Let's go RSI. Whoops. RSI is above 65 or below 25. And so what you see here on this indicator, this is the free chart indicator for sniper, which means none of these are paid indicators. Okay. So the sniper first rule of Fight Club, first rule of Sniper Club is we don't talk about snipers. Is an overbought or oversold on the RSI. Okay, and you can see that by this blue line. And as it gets above that 65 level, it's in an overbought position. And as it gets below, right, it is in an oversold position. So you'll see that starts to happen more like on today's on a 1 minute. So we're generally taking these on, let's go here. I'll share this chart with those of you who want it on a 1 minute or 2 minute chart. Okay. So the rules are oversold, right, or overbought, and we're trying to capture a reversal. So the second rule, wow, that's gonna be, there we go. Second rule is we want to see a candle color change right? So you'll see we go from red to yellow. Candle, wow, can't spell. Candle color change, and that's red to yellow, or light blue, or light blue to royal, or whatever you want to call those colors, purple. See, we're getting a red to yellow right now, right? And you were waiting for that candle to close, okay? And then, finally, what we also want to see is the third criteria is a crossover of the MACD, okay? And that's this indicator down here, right? We're getting a crossover on the MACD. So in this case, we're not quite in oversold territory. We're close. We're right at that. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a 35 line, isn't it? I screwed that up. I'm sure somebody pointed that out to me. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and I'll get to the paid stuff here in a second, okay? So these are the criteria that we're using to take an entry. So then in this case, so let's find something. Today, the oversold isn't working quite as well. Let me change some data here on the RSI. Let's change this to... Nope, sorry, that's the wrong direction. So you can see up here, right, that we were this morning, and it's hard right into a gap up, right? But we're looking for a reversal. So let's see if I can back it up and show you a proper, reversal signal. That's not even going to give it to us. It will up here, right? So yesterday's reversal, we're in light blue candles, light blue candles, light blue candles. We get into, right, an overbought position, and then we're waiting for a dark blue candle to close and a cross on the MACD. So we're trying to capture this reversal, right, with puts, right, usually at the money puts, and then we're trying to capture this move down, right? And I'm usually looking for about 25% on a 1.0. And so when we take that reversal, the stop out is a break of the new high, right, of that high there, of the swing high. And that would be our stop out. And then our profit target is about 25% profit. Okay. So you could, in theory, as we were back here, on today's chart, right, you could have taken this, we're in red candles, red candles, red candles, red candles. We're almost into an oversold area, right? And then you get your first yellow candle here. So, whoops, let me mark that with a vertical line. Mark that with a vertical line like that, right? So you're in oversold. You get your first yellow candle that closes, and then you get confirmation on the next yellow candle that the MACD is crossing, right? Right there. And so that, excuse me, could be a subtle signal, because you're not really in oversold category here, to take a call in the SPY or the SPX. The SPX is 10 times the SPY, so you're obviously putting more money at risk. And then you're looking for about 25%. And obviously, then if this rolls over and doesn't work, then you are going to stop out below this swing low here, right? And so they're really, really quick trades. And on the SPY, you can take, start with one contract, you can do two contracts, then you can move up to 5 contracts. On the SPX, 1 contract, if it gets away from you, can really mess up your P&L. So no, I would not be buying a call here. The buy was when this red turned into the yellow candle. Up here, I would most likely, this is about where I'd be taking profits. I didn't enter this trade, right? And you can see here, we're kind of ranging. Since we came down to this low, we're kind of just ranging here, right? And so this move is probably not going to be all that big. So that's a 1.0 sniper trade using the free tools, all right? And then a sniper 2.0 trade. And then what I can do is when I share this chart, I'll keep these things on here if you want them. And I think they show up, right? The text here. The 2.0 rules, we're still using a 1 minute or 2 minute chart. I am looking for a candle color, change to red for puts, or light blue for calls. And I'm looking for a break of structure or a change of character, right? So we get these break of structures here, red candles. So a continuation trade could be right here, right? And we get this break of structure, we get a red candle, and we get this continued move down, right? So that could be a sniper trade to the downside, right? You could try sniper trade to the upside, and then what we also need to add here, which is a helpful feature. Where was that? Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Is the cloud. There's the cloud. Okay. So let me back up here a little bit. I haven't used the free version in so long that. So candle color change and a swap, a swap in trend using the cloud. Okay, so red to green or green to red. And then it will confirm with a break of structure or change of character. Okay, so and that should update there. So here you'll see this cloud, right? So let's go back up to this here. So you'll see the cloud change, the trend cloud from green to red, and we get a red candle change. That is a put trade to follow this trend. And you're using the top end of the cloud as a stop out, right? So you can get this, you're entering here, right, on this change, and then you're letting this work in your favor as it comes down using the top of the cloud as a stop out. Okay, so that's a sniper 2.0 trade. And sometimes you can get them, a sniper 1.0 will turn into a sniper 2.0, right? But that doesn't always happen because you might get a quick reversal back, etc. So this is the free version of these tools that I'm happy to share with you if you guys want them. They should be in the, hold on, I think it's HE Sniper. Yeah, so you'll see the free version as the second link there. Okay, now what Nate will use instead of these is a paid indicator for the trigger, which is called Ready, Aim, Fire. And you've seen this on Nate's charts before, right? And what that's giving us, and so if we go back to the Sniper 1.0 that was happening while I was talking, right? You're getting your candle color looking reversal to yellow, and then you're getting your MACD cross one candle later with this arrow, right? So, and this arrow is outside of these two blue lines, which are your RSI areas, right? And so that's when you know, okay, I have an arrow forming outside of those two blue lines. This is a call play, and I can take that call to the upside. Okay. Now, what you see with this is you have a lot of, there's potential for a lot of false signals. Now, even though we're ranging here, this signal would have been a good one. This signal could have been okay. You might not have gotten 25%, but you'll see down here on the call right here, you had quite a few signals, right? So if you had taken your first signal in this area, you would have gotten stopped out on the roll down, right? So that's why sometimes you might want to try it on a 2-minute, right? And so I also, as you can see, have this paid indicator. If that's an indicator you want to use, it is a one-time purchase from Simpler Trading, and it's called Ready, Aim, Fire. I think it's around $800. And the reason I like to show the free sniper trade stuff first is because you can accomplish these sniper trades with the free version. You don't have to have any of these paid indicators, right? And so that's why I like to share that version first, because this might not be the right kind of trading style for you, right? This is quick in and outs, zero DTE options. You have to know how to manage your trade. Yeah, I'm going to get into that DT in just a second. And you have to be paying attention kind of at all times and stop out when it's not working, and that's okay. A lot of them don't work, but the ones that do can pay well. It's a very quick in and out day trading type of strategy. So my recommendation is, use the free version until you decide if this is something you like and is the kind of trading that you want to do. Now, all of these indicators I have found bundled or similar indicators, and I like the signals that I get from, this is the paid version from Lux Algo, and you can see that in a link just above the Sniper Pro Lux. I call this the Sniper Pro version, and there's that link right there that was posted at 11/9/11, which would actually be 1/11. No, 12/11. Yeah. If you're on the East Coast, my timestamps show up as West Coast time, and this is what that looks like. Okay, and I've created this chart, which I'm happy to share with anyone that has these indicators. But if I share this and you don't have this is a subscription indicator. But if you don't have this, these will just show up as blank. And this is, we obviously have the candle colors, right, that change in color. And this oscillator down here is basically an RSI and MACD crossover oscillator. So for a 1.0 style trade, right, what I'm looking for in this indicator is not necessarily a candle color change, right? I'm not looking for that, but what I am looking for is a ready, aim, and fire signal. And that is, a little arrow, right? A dark red base, and then a large plus signal, because these large ones show up only when it's below 20 and above 80, which this RSI is a little bit functions a little bit differently. And so if I get a large plus signal and I have the ready, the aim, and the fire, I can take a long from this point in a sniper 1.0, right? So that's a 1.0. And obviously this sniper, you'd still be in it. It's probably up about 10, maybe 15% right now. I don't know if anybody took that. And I find that this sniper indicator, while a paid indicator and a one that is a subscription-based thing, so you kind of continue paying for it, I find that it gives much clearer signals for 1.0 trades. And then for a 2.0 trade, right, I'm looking for a trend. So you see the blue line is trend up, a red line is a trend down. I'm looking for a candle color change in the direction of the trend, right? So a red candle changing, in a downtrend is a put trade continuation to the long side, to the downside, right? And like I've said before, a reversal trade here, a 1.0 sniper that triggers right here, right, can then continue into a 2.0 continuation trade, right? And then you would then take profits on this trade when that trend switches. But generally, I'm out of it well before that. And the way I have this set up, I have the ticks over here, because if I'm going to take a put trade or a call trade and I'm looking for that movement, I want to see that we're coming down here into the 600 area or up here into the 900 area, whether I'm going short or long. And that just helps kind of inform that trade. If it's just bouncing around and doing nothing, like in here, I don't want to take these, right? Even though I'm getting some signals, I'm just not getting a lot of movement, right? And you can see it here. It says ranging. I want to try and stay out of trades when this says ranging, and I do want to, take trades when it says it's trending. So that's the sniper trade in a nutshell. There's quite a few different charts that you can use. I'm going to reshare this chart because I'm going to put that in chat because it has the rules on there, right? Sniper free chart, and it will say with rules. And I hope that comes through. Maybe that text doesn't come through. I don't really know. But if you're brand new to this thing, oh wait, I gotta do, before I copy that in, I gotta get rid of that. And then I gotta open that one. Wait, where's the other one? There it is. Because those are the free ones, because the ready aim fire won't come through either. So there, everything showing is free. So I'm going to copy that. And that's the chart. So if you click that and it opens up, you can then save that as your sniper chart, and then you can pull it up, and open a new chart with all the sniper features in there. So for those of you that are new to snipers. Does anybody have any questions? I know it's a lot. I'm trying to catch up on chat, see if anybody asked one that I missed. Yeah, many of you might be new to sniper trades. Yeah, Bocadero, if you have it, if you have this chart, this what do you call it? Subscription. This is the Sniper Pro chart. Is that one in TradingView? The paid service, I think it depends on which one you get. You want to make sure that you have the oscillator matrix and the signals and overlays, which I think is either the middle. I have the full one, the unlimited one or premium one, but I think you at the very least have to have the middle one. And so I think it's probably 40 or 50 bucks a month or something along those lines. And there's a lot of other indicators that they use. I mean, the opening range break that I use is from the same company. But it's actually free. This opening range breaks draws the lines, but it's from Lux. So they have a lot of free indicators. But these that you're looking at for the sniper trades are part of their paid portion of their services. So. And again, here's the paid version. And here I'll tell you what you need. You need the Oh yeah, you can get the premium. That's only 30 bucks a month right now. Right? Signals overlayer, oscillator matrix. Yeah. That's all you need. Finnegan. Oh, on TradingView? Yeah, you need to be able to have at least, if you want to use the free version, you have to have the TradingView that will give you, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 indicators. You need to be able to have a minimum of 4 indicators. And so, with the free TradingView, you can't do that. Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it, Doc? I mean, that gap's not that far away, Nate. What are the new parallel lines? I don't know. No clue. I haven't seen any parallel lines. Are you talking about with the ORB? I don't really know. I haven't seen any parallel lines other than the ORB just gives you deviation lines from the break. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen any parallel lines with that. It might be one of the settings that you have. I mean, I have a lot of the settings turned off because there's just so much. There's just a lot of noise, right? And I just specifically want to see, a couple of things. Okay, if there's no other questions, I'm going to cut this off so I can post it up, and then I'll just stay on the mic for a couple more minutes. But no questions on the sniper. Oh, yeah, break of structure, change of character. They're just showing where the chart structure is changing, and the break of structure are for me tend to be the more reliable ones. And it's just basically showing you that this structure here that was holding and building is breaking, right? So that just helps with confirmation of continuation type trades. Well, you don't, if you're, let's say you're taking a trade to the downside here, right? You're seeing break a structure there, break a structure there. That's great. Break a structure there. And if you didn't stop out take profits here when the trend cloud changed, you would see, okay, now we're starting to get change of characters to the upside, break of structures to the upside. So right now we're getting into chops, so we're getting a little bit of both, but it just helps you realize when that the current structure is breaking. And you can also Google to get, the break of structure and change of character with even more detail. No, I haven't played a lot of longer term snipers. I've played a handful, but more in like a long term account where I'm waiting to see a reversal on a daily chart. That kind of a thing. And you'll see Nate use the Ready Aim Fire version, to get into trades as they're dipping, right? Um, in a sniper style, looking for that reversal, and then the indicator that could be the bottom. Yeah, Investopedia does a great job with those. So does ChatGPT, by the way. Um, if you ever have a question, just put it into ChatGPT. They do a pretty good job of getting you that information. Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording so I can post it up.